Alright, so we're live, I believe. I guess that'll tell you how many people are watching. You'll see comments come rolling in. Obviously, nobody's here right now. So, I guess I'll just kind of stand here and goof around. If you see somebody, let me know. I mean, if nobody comes on in like a few minutes.
You got one.
You got one?
Yep.
One person, all right. That's good enough for me. So I'm going to start everything off. So Steve got a pool. We're live, trying this out for the first time. As long as I got one person watching, that's good enough for me. So thanks for watching, whoever you are. And so basically, this is our Whitmore vermiculite. So I just kind of wanted to show a little bit about, what vermiculite is, how we do with it, stuff like that. So I'll put a little bit in this, in my little clear thing so you can kind of see. So this is like 1 pound of vermiculite here. And basically, vermiculite is that white potting stuff that you see, or that white spongy stuff that you see in potting soil. And they grind it up and mix Portland cement in with it. And that's vermiculite. And it's a pool base. So when we're doing our pools, we like to do about 2 inches of vermiculite over our surface. So the guys will come in and they'll do all the rough grading on the pool and everything like that. And, we'll call this our substrate right here. So this is like a little formwork that I made. So my plan was to just kind of mix up some vermiculite, throw it in there, show you how I trowel it, and go from there. And then the other product I'm going to talk about is the A-Top Skim Coat repair and restore stuff. So basically what that does is when you're doing liner replacements on older pools and you're just trying to do like a skim coat, the vermiculite is ground up real fine, and basically it goes on a lot smoother, and it's good for like a skim coat. So enough of that. Let's get into mixing some vermiculite, and we're gonna set our A-Top down here for now. And I got a little light lens here that I kind of made up, so you can kind of see the mixing process of everything. And I want to talk about my trowels too, but we'll get to that. And so the first step would be to pour some water and throw the vermiculite. So this is demonstration purposes, so everything's not going to be just perfect, but you can do a little bit at a time, whatever. I'm just going to use my hand to mix it up. And so when we're mixing vermiculite, the person that's asking the person to mix it, they'll say, how do you want it? Do you want it like cream of wheat? Do you want it like peanut butter? Chicken noodle soup? Those are all the different terms. So if you're looking at that, that's probably, you get just a little bit of water coming out of it. Not even that much, but this is probably the peanut butter mix, which is really good when we're just doing a normal vermiculite hard bottom, and certainly not going to be enough. So let's get wild and pour a little more in there. You should always wear a mask when you're doing stuff like this. Safety equipment is important. Forgive me, I've been doing this for a while, and we'll pour some water in there. Now this time maybe we'll use our trowel to kind of mix. If you're mixing in a wheelbarrow or something like that, that'd be good too. But most of us use a mixer. It's a mortar mixer, and they'll do 1 bag of the vermiculite to I think think it's like a bucket of water or something like that. So I don't know if this is going to be enough, but we'll try it out. It's a little wet, so maybe we'll add a little bit more vermiculite, kind of dry it up, get it more like that peanut butter consistency. So you can't be afraid to just get in there and, you know, feel your product, smell your product. And so that's a good peanut butter mix right there. So wash our hands off, slide this on over. I'll bring my form on now. So let's talk real quick before we put it in here. Let's talk about my trowels. So this is my square trowel, and basically this is for scraping steel on the walls, or just kind of doing any little prep work. And when I'm doing my troweling, this is my medium trowel. I call them like Goldilocks. Small, medium, and large. The small one is just for those little nooks and crannies. This is my main smoother. This is my big cutter. So, if anybody has any questions, my wife is on the camera. She can relay any messages or comments that are coming my way. So we're just trying to fill that little area up, and it looks like I might have mixed the perfect amount. Kind of cool. So let's just get the rest of that in there. Kind of like my gold pan. Alright, get that out of there. Let's see what we got. So, might be a little bit short, but that's okay. And I think what we'll do is we'll just keep going, and then I can demonstrate how to skim coat with the other bag afterwards. But, basically what you would do is, you would pack it in real good. You pack it in with your hands. You just kind of form it and form it. So I kind of messed up. I didn't mix enough to really show what would happen. But let's say you would build it up to maybe about an inch higher than the form. And then you would take your trowel and you would just kind of ride it around the form, bringing everything to the right level. And then you would smooth it all out. So, but let's say you're showing up, and this is what the pool bottom looks like. And your job is to, let's say you got little fingerprints all over it like that and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, you go to the customer and you say, what would you like us to do? Would you like us to try to repair that? Would you like to make it the best we can? Whatever. So luckily, they make the A-top here. It's a really good product, and we're going to demonstrate a little bit of that now. Bring our mixing trough. It's kind of cool doing this live thing because I don't really know if people are watching. Are people watching?
Got 39 people watching.
39 people are watching me right now? Thanks, everybody. Trying my hardest to make this entertaining for you and educational at the same time.
I can't tell though if people are commenting is the only thing.
Huh?
I can't tell though if people are commenting.
My wife says she can't tell if people are commenting. We'll figure that out. Alright. So now, this is a good product because it's really fine, and it really does a good job of filling in a lot of that stuff right there. Now you can even put it on dry. Just kind of go over it. If you were mixing it up a little too hard or something like that. You see how it just kind of works in there. Sometimes I'll do that on a whole bottom where I'll take this. You've seen some of my videos where I do we call it a Mickey bomb. And I'll put it on around the pool, and then I'll just kind of go around and scrape everything down as if like I was scraping this table right here. So we can do more of that. But let's mix this up and show this so we can get something finished here. Now, the skim coat takes a little bit more water. I think that's because it's got a little bit more of the Portland cement mixed in there. Sometimes with the skim coat, the wetter the better. So you almost want to mix it up just a little bit wetter, and it'll glide on nice. Like I said, I call it chicken noodle soup. So it's a nice little batch of skim coat there. You see, it's got a lot more water in it this time, and that's okay. It's okay because you know, especially like on a hot day or something like that, it's gonna absorb and just dissipate right away. So let's get all this skim coat on. We'll just pour it all on there. All right. So now I'll come with my cutter trowel. Always clean your mess as you're going. I take the rubber gloves. I just spread it around. I take my trowel and I just kind of even it around. I just kind of like if you're icing a cake. You know, you got to be an artist. All right, so we're a little high on the form. That's good. That's what we want. Scrape up our mess. Make sure we're really packed good on the edges. So what I'll do now is I'll start to cut it. You can hear the sound that the vermiculite makes. It's a very relaxing sound. So I just take my trowel and I'm cutting right on the flat like that. Cut it, throw my excess. Just cutting it right around the form like that. So I can kind of feel the flat, the mount, the little pumps and stuff like that. You can kind of feel that. And the edges, you want to really build it up because let's say that this was a stair. And a lot of times the steel on the front edge is your form. And we vermiculite the steps on some of them. I'm pretty sure some of you have seen that. And so you want to make sure that you're really packing those edges because that can work down. Just, you know, pushing in with my thumb. You know, imagine someone walking up the stairs and their feet are going in there. So it's real important to make sure that the edges are really nice. So, okay. So we cut it right around the form. A little Bob Jones sprinkle. And then we just take my finisher. Now, when I'm doing this part, I'm not really staying on the flat. Like, I'm not going like this. I'm putting the trowel at just a little bit of an angle. Not a 45 or something like that, but and you just kind of go around, and the more you play with it, sometimes the more you mess with it, it messes it up. You just gotta say, that looks good. But you put some pressure, kind of go like that. So let's see, I'm making a mess of my table. That's okay. These are my Steve Got It Pool business cards. Someday I'll send those off to my viewers. If I run into you at the Atlantic City Pool Show, I'll have those in me, or on me. That's the thing when you go live, you can't edit all this stuff out, you know. But, so I don't know, folks. That's you know, it's obviously a little better in the field because, like, when you go over it, you kind of make little wrinkles in it, I guess. But you know, you can do the two-hander, put good pressure. You can spin the trowel. Oh, I made a mistake in my. What are you gonna do now? Well, we gotta fix it. Put a handprint. We gotta fix it, right? So this is the Mickey Bomb demonstration. So I'll take some dry Mickey. Just kind of throw it in there.
Oh, you got a hi.
I got a hello?
From Tree Dog 52.
Tree Dog?
Yep, he said, how are you doing today?
Tree Dog asks how I'm doing. I'm doing really good, Tree Dog. This is my first time doing a live stream, and getting to be able to interact, you know, like this with my viewers is something that's really special to me. And I'll do more of this type of stuff. My nephew's here right now with my mom, and They're out in the back, metal detecting and things like that. But I just wanted to do a little demonstration, and I think what I'll do now is real quick. So that anyway, that was the Mickey Bomb thing, and you see how I just kind of was able to just kind of fix all that just by doing that. So let's see what would happen if I tried to take this up now. Let's see what it would look like. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Looks like a little cake. But that's the wonderful thing about vermiculite is you can just shape it, make little sandcastles. You can just get really weird with this stuff. And but I wanted to kind of demonstrate real quick before we sign off. My business cards are flying everywhere. But I wanted to real quick demonstrate groundwater. So let's say this is your ground, this is your dirt, everything like that. And basically there's a lot of water in this dirt, okay? So we come in with our excavators, and we dig a hole, and we maneuver the groundwater, whether with pumps or whatever the case may be. And come in and we build your pool. The groundwater is still there, we're pumping it out. And then what would happen is if we just started adding water, the pool floats. Okay? So what we do is we build the pool, keep the groundwater out of the way, we fill the pool up. Put it in the water, fill the pool up, we'll backfill it. We'll shut those groundwater pumps back off. The groundwater starts to come back up. But the pool stays. Because the water pressure that's in the pool is holding the pool down. Now obviously this is not the scale of a real pool or something like that, but I'm just trying to demonstrate, you know, what would happen. And obviously if we just, you know, kept going till we were filling this thing up, you know, eventually, you see, even though it's still down pretty good, but, you know, some of those fiberglass pools down by the shore in Charleston, you know, where the water table is 2 feet below grade. I don't know. I made quite a mess here, folks. This was a lot of fun. We're going to shut it down. And how many we got now?
Right now you got 12.
12? We're down to 12, so nobody's that excited anymore.
Your highest point you got to 54.
54, that's good. That's cool. This is my first time, so I'm not going to do live streams all the time, folks. I support Texas Hippie Coalition. Check them out. They're one of my favorite bands. I know the guitarist, Cord Pool. They're around all the time. But I got to clean up my mess, and I'm going to go spend the rest of the day with the family. Do you know how to shut the live stream down? What do you just press stop?